Um, Today I'm doing some skirt. So this stuff is actually going to be for some fajitas tonight. So I basically do it the same way, other than the marinade. Yep, I'm actually marinating. I think, you know, if anybody knows or has seen for a while, I'm not a real big fan of marinating meat, things like that. You know, I like my beef just seasoned and cooked. But I feel like skirt, flap, flank, all those, they kind of benefit from it a little bit, you know. And plus, I'm taking this to you know, little spice, things like that, you know, for the fajita side of things. So figured I'd bring you guys along, and we're just gonna do a quick prep and make the marinade for our skirt steak for some fajitas tonight. So let's get on over here so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so here we got our beautiful skirts. Nice marbling through these things. You'll notice the grain running through. Last thing you want to do, I know you just by, you know, natural instinct, you want to start slicing these like this. Don't do that. You might as well be making beef jerky out of this shit, because it will not go well. So I mean, you can take a corner, you know, you can start off a corner. As long as you're, you know, on a bias of the grain, you're good. But honestly, I like to just take them, cut them like this, and then cut my slices off on a bias, you know. That way they, you know, they stay tender. Because these things can be absolutely delicious, or they can turn into a mouth-hurting nightmare. So this is just going to be a real quick, just some preparing on these things. Now, as you can see, there's some silver skin on them. You don't really need to worry about it too much. You really want this fat. This fat's almost a protectorant, because you're going to do these hot, really fast, because they cook really quick. So we're just going to do a quick cleaning of the silver skin. One side is always just worse than the other. I'm going to pull it, and we are just going to trim all this stuff off, just like so. So we're gonna get these cleaned up. We wanna rub the stick after we marinate them. You know, we don't want this stuff on there. We gotta get it done. So trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter. I know sometimes I go off on tangents and wander and ramble and shit like that. So we're gonna go fast forward on this. Let's get these things cleaned up. So as you can see, I didn't get buck wild on it. This stuff is so thin, you know, that most of this stuff will just render off. But we want to save this fat. This fat that is on here is the good stuff, man. That's flavor. It protects the meat. It's good stuff. So if I see anything that's heavy, kind of like opaque, then I lose that, you know, because that means it's just the thicker stuff. But otherwise, this real thin stuff it will make no difference. The stuff we're cooking it at such high heat, it's gone. You know what I mean? You don't even need to worry about it. So here we got our skirts all nice here. Now, what I do is we tenderize. This just helps break down that hard muscle, things like that. So, I mean, you can use, you know, you can use your block and things like that, but a perforator works fantastic, man. Oh shit. This is what they're made for. So, just take this guy right here. I go one direction. And then I turn it and go the other direction. Just like that. So now we got all that muscle broken down. I do the same on the other side. just like so. Any of that tight muscle, we just broke it up. So let's get this other one done. All right, so there we are. They're tenderized, living large. Some of this out of my way a little bit. All that delicious fat melting into my board. I like it. I ain't even mad. So now we're gonna take some garlic. 2 cloves. We don't want it too heavy. It's gonna be in there for a few hours, so we don't need to worry about not having enough. When garlic has that kind of time with meat, it does pretty well. So make sure you get all your skin out of it. And just give these a rough mince. Tuck your nucks, boys and girls, tuck them nucks. That's that. I just like to take a little something or other. Get it in there. And now, onion. This one is one that just needs to go anyway. She's getting a little soft on me. So I'm just going to not worry about size, but I am going to cut it up a little bit. Just get the skin off of it. Any of the soft layers off of it, that kind of stuff. Same thing with this. So we're doing just a, really a small white onion. And we're just going to slice them up. Just like so. Toss that in. Probably should have used a bigger vessel. 1 second. Let's do that, shall we? Otherwise, I'm going to make a mess. All right, so we got our onions, our garlic. Just like that. So they're all in there. Now, need a clean hand. Texas Pete's. Some of that good old hot sauce. You can use any hot sauce, but I love me some Texas Pete's. So, I don't know. What's that? 4 tablespoons? Sure. Let's make it 5. There's not much left. Let's make it 6. Beef stock. Full octane, by the way. Probably 2 cups, something like that. Some Worst. Let's give that, what, tablespoon? That's about right. And now, let's give her all a little spin here. And then we'll add some depth and some smokiness and all that other good stuff. I'm not putting any salt in there, none of that stuff. So, because we'll, we'll salt our meat properly. So, it'll be in the rub. So now, we're gonna take our meat, stuff it in the bag. It's all going everywhere, so don't worry about how you lay it in your bag. It will get in there. Not to mention we opened everything up with the perforator, And you know how to do this. All the kids in the pool, man. Just like that. I'm gonna keep some air in it real quick first. Make sure it's sealed. and just give her a couple of tosses. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything gets everywhere. Make sure the onions get all the way around, inside everything. Just like that. Now, let's take the air out. Take your bag. I'm sure everybody's done this. Stick a finger in there. Press it down. Press it down. Right until the liquid gets to the top. You can use your vacuum sealer too, but I mean, honestly, it's pretty tight. So, as you can see, that's it. Our skirt is now going in the fridge. So, I'm gonna throw that in the fridge. I didn't add any vinegar, nothing like that. So there's vinegar in the hot sauce. So, that'll help break some things down. That'll help marinate, it'll help penetrate. And then the rest of the stuff is just that moisture and that flavor going in there. So I'm just gonna leave that in the bag. I'm gonna toss it in the fridge. It's gonna be in there for the day. So, probably 4 or 5 hours, something like that. Probably about 4.5 hours. And that's it. We're gonna pull them out. We're gonna lay them on a pan with a rack, let them dry. We're gonna pat them a little bit, then we're gonna rub them up, and we are going to drop them. We're using the SmokeFire tonight. I'm going to drop them on there, 600 balls out, and cook them up. So, all right, I'll be back, guys. We are going to fire anything in there. Fire the grill up and get our meat seasoned. Get it going. What do we got going on in here? Oh, we need some pellets too. Yeah, I know. So we're going full bore. We're getting our grill on tonight. 6 bones. Let's get some pellets. We'll be doing oak. And char hickory. Just like so. So I got so many in here, I'll give them a little mix before I put them in. There we go. And now for my favorite part, as you all know. Just like that. All right. Yeah, get these ones out of here. Forgot I got that insert in there now. Not sure how big of a fan I am of that, but whatever. All right, so we'll let that heat up. While that's heating up, let's go get our meat ready. All right, guys. So grill's at 600. Kind of making this strictly about the protein tonight. I do have my iron in there. I have green pepper, red pepper, fresh cut onion, as well as the onions from the marinade of this stuff all tossed in. And I got those going too for the fajitas tonight, but this is more so about the protein than anything. So I got these guys out of the marinade. Check them out. They've been sitting out. I patted them dry, both sides. They're ready for some love. So what I'm gonna do is, got some meat meth here. The only thing I changed is I added a teaspoon of cumin to it. And that's it. So now we're gonna get that smoky flavor in there. Not a big piece of meat, so I'm just gonna get a coating on, little layer, a little dusting, nothing crazy, because I am doing both sides. Spread the love. It's like soap. And just keep it honest. Give them a flip. Like so. And again. Nice little dust. I gotta treat these a little bit differently than I normally do my, like, you know, a standard steak, that kind of stuff, as you can see so far. I'm actually going to hit them with some oil because we're doing some serious high temp. They cook fast. You don't really have time for all that that caramelization to free them up into things like that, so the oil will actually assist with that. So I'm just gonna spread it on there, pat it in, rub it in, help spread that rub out a little bit. Doing both sides like that. And then these guys will be grill ready. Making a mess over here. It's like so. Coat on them, just so it shines, you know what I mean? Nothing insane. Just want them gleaming like that. So check it out. This is what we got. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. And let's move on over here. I'm gonna see if I'm ready to toss these on. If not, I'm going to work on my peppers a little bit. Yeah, I need a little bit more time. So I'm going to let those go down a little bit. Actually, while I have it open, might as well get this out there. Just like so. All right, so I'm gonna let those cook down, and then we're gonna get some meat on it. I got my saffron rice going in the house. Peppers are just about there. By the time the meat's done, they'll be there. And let's start grilling some meat. Just holding strong at 600. Let's do this. One of these guys right here. Rub it on. Give it some room. Social distancing. Like so. All right, I'm gonna let them go 1-2 minutes, something like that. Give them a flip, 1-2 minutes, pull them off. So they don't take long. Plus, we're cooking in high heat. They're gonna have some residual effect afterwards. It's not a thick piece of meat, but it will cook. So guys, it's been about enough just maybe closer to 3 minutes. Beautiful. Give them a flip. Oh, they're coming out nicely. Look at those guys. Oh man, gonna be good. Since I had the lid closed the first half, and it's not a thick chunk of meat, all I want to do is sear up that bottom and they'll be done. So I'm gonna keep my lid open and finish up grilling these things. All right, so this guy here is much smaller. She is coming off. She's gonna be done. Look at that. Camera's washing it out. And I'm gonna let this guy finish up. All right. That's what I like to see. That. It's a wrap, man. So now what I'm going to do is I got my iron. Just, you know, like I said, it's more about the protein than the fajitas, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to push my peppers to the side. I'm going to take those in, let them rest just for a minute. I'm going to slice them up, and then I'm going to toss them in the pan next to the peppers. Throw a pair of tongs in it, and let everybody serve themselves with the bowl of saffron rice next to it. And we're going to dig in. So, all right, I'll take a final pick. That's it. Otherwise, I mean, you can marinate these any way you want. Just treat them right, and they're a great cut of meat, man. I mean, they're super flavorful, real beefy. Skirt steaks are awesome, man. As long as you don't overcook them, undercook them, you know, tenderize them, all that other good stuff, man. They're cheap and they're delicious. So, but other than that, that's all I got.